we can like next time you want to do this, I can try to get the Sovereign guys on here.
Can you see my near? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
mapping it.
Drop a link to Sal or anybody else and see if they'll hop on. But
I'll,
Maxi, what were
I'll,
you saying?
I'll ping them. I don't know if they're those guys right now. They're. I think they're actually doing interviews right now, actually. But I can ping them.
All right.
Ptew.
Oh, we got more people. I'm gonna add everybody to the stage as you guys come up. We'll try to keep the stage as uncluttered as possible. But we have I don't know who. Like I know some of you guys by name, but not unless you're using your TG name. So the guest of the hour here is
Drum roll,
the
please.
CMO of Near,
Apparently me.
Chris Briseño. Yeah, so this was just gonna be a hangout where we can talk about whatever, but since we were able to grab you for like 5-10 minutes, people can post their questions in the chat for you. Maxi, what you had some questions for him as well, I know specifically. So let me put a link in the Legion chat real quick.
What's up, Maxi? How are
Yeah, I'm
you?
good, man. I was just wanted to understand what you were working on, what the strategy is, and like, because as you know, I think the feedback has been in the past the marketing in the past was sort of a weaker link for Near, and like, how are you going to turn that around?
Well, I'll tell you what I've told everyone, which is basically, let's say less and do more. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, not really. No.
So I think you guys have had a tendency to like overpromise but underdeliver. So let's actually deliver and then talk about it, basically, right? So basically the idea is that let's ship product, and as we ship product, then we really talk about it, right? As opposed to kind of talking about stuff that we're doing and what's future facing, right? And actually talk about stuff that's tangible that you guys can actually use and play with, right, and touch on an everyday basis, right? Because I think that's what's going to actually really help people understand the value of Near, right? Does that make sense?
I think that's quite a good. That sounds good to me. I think in the past I've noticed in the past there's been a lot of like I'd say the pitch was too much of the right curve, sort of too intellectual and abstract, and normal people would not be or not even or even traditional finance would not be interested in or understand what the old pitch was. Like even myself, like what is Ilya on about again? Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, translating Ilya is not the easiest thing to do, right? Like, I mean, Ilya is running way ahead of everyone, right? Like he's light years ahead, right? And so for us to try to keep up with Ilya is very, very tough, right? And it's more about the way here. I think of it like, and I told Ozzy and Monza this, right, when we started first talking, which is I think of almost like think of like SpaceX, right? So like what's SpaceX's narrative, right? SpaceX, what's SpaceX out to do? Like what's their biggest goal, Maxi?
Get to space, right?
No, it's to get to colonize Mars and
Yeah.
actually take human beings and actually have them live on Mars, right? Is that not true? Right?
Yeah,
Like
that's true. Yeah.
that's literally the goal, right? But have they done anything to get there yet? What have they done to get there?
I don't know, not much.
They
I don't know.
built the boosters. They built Starship.
Yeah, they fed astronauts in the International Space Station, right? They've put satellites into space, right? They've done all this stuff, right? So they still have a long way to go before they get to Mars, right? But can you make the argument that they've actually done tangible work to get to Mars? Yes, right? And like you can see it every time they launch if there's a new Dragon capsule or anything like that, right? They're making their way there, right? So again, I think you can have a very, very lofty goal that may take some time to get to that you can talk about, right? But then you have to back it up with those kind of tangible like booster rockets, right? Where it's like, hey, we're not going to be at Mars tomorrow, but we're feeding astronauts in space, and that's a very, very crucial first step to getting there, right? And that's what you're seeing now with what we're with everything that we're doing with Intense, and there's a bunch of stuff coming out. Keep an eye out for the 17th because we have a big product announcement coming out on the 17th. That's the only alpha I'm going to leak. And it's around Near AI, right? And again, it'll be the kind of thing that you guys can actually taste and use that's tangible, right? as opposed, it's not going to be an announcement that's like, you probably already heard about it because this place leaks like a sieve, but but it's going to be like a tangible thing that you guys can actually talk, like interact with and use, right?
One final question.
I think that's a big issue with Near also is like for retail, right? Like, how is there stuff that you guys can actually use and play with, right?
One final question for you, Chris. This comes up a lot. You have great response to this, but people sometimes get the sense that Near has like switched their narrative often, and they've hopped between lots of narratives. Do you have anything you want to just kind of foreshadow for how you're kind of trying to build this brand for Near consistently by like integrating AI with Intense with Ilya's vision of the future?
So first off, I thought the same thing before I came to Near. I was like, and I described, like, Ozzy, you know this because I've said this to you, right? I've described Near as a chameleon, right? I thought Near was a chameleon, like constantly changing its colors, right? Like, what is it doing? Like, where is it going? All that stuff. And actually, that's not actually accurate. Actually, the vision, like, once I got to know Ilya and actually talk to him and understand at a much deeper level of what he's trying to do, the narrative's actually been very, very consistent. I think it's very, very, very hard to understand, right? And so I think, once you get to know Ilya, you actually see that he's been very consistent about his vision and what he's trying to do, what he's trying to build. I think it's often been miscommunicated and misunderstood, actually, because I had the same impression, right? And again, we have that narrative issue right now with Intense, right? Like, and Ilya the other day, literally, he was describing it as like Ghostbusters, where the streams have to eventually cross, right? And we are getting there, right? Like, and that is definitely the vision, right? But I think, again, we do have, narrative issues with, like, for example, like, most people don't understand how Intense actually is going to lead to basically agentic commerce of the future, right? How's that going to actually happen, right? It's like, and that's where, again, where I say it's like, it's about building the booster rockets, right? So you guys, like, and you guys probably actually have a really good understanding of this because you guys have all been with Near for a long time, right? But it's for people who are outside of the Near ecosystem who are trying to understand how we're building those actually base pieces and how do they actually come together as a whole. And crafting this narrative is not the kind of thing you can also just do. Like, and I'm going to tell you something that you're going to all hate me for, which is it's not going to happen in like a week. It's going to take literally, like, brand building takes 2 to 3 years to actually be effective, and getting that narrative message and effective across multiple audiences actually takes a long time, right? And we're just starting that process, right? And we have to build equity and trust within the brand and the narrative, and we're actively working to doing that, right? But it's going to take time. You're not going to see, and I love this every time I've started like a new company or a new startup, right? The CEO, the founder is always like, how come no one understands? No one knows. I'm like, dude, it's going to take like at least a year, but really 2 to 3 years for it to happen, right? Like, I got this all the time when I was at the TIE from Josh, right? The first year, literally, he was on my ass asking me. I'm like, you're not going to see anything. Sorry, man. It's like, just, that's the reality, right? So, sorry. I know that's not what you want to hear. The reality is it takes time to build that education, right? Build the awareness with those audiences. But look, I think we're in a good place, right? And like, we have a lot of good things that we're teeing up. Actually, can I ask you guys something? Can I ask everyone here? Can I use you guys as a sounding board? You guys cool with that?
Go for it. They should all respond. They're here to talk. So if they don't talk, we're removing them.
So I want to do an Intense day. So who here went to ZK Day at East Denver? Like, I think it was like 2-3 years ago. None of you guys went?
I was maybe.
It was like the biggest, like, it was like the best event East Denver's ever had. Like, everyone was talking about it.
I don't remember. I was at East Denver 2 years ago, but I can't recall specifically.
So ZK Day was like huge. Like, it was like one of the biggest like single day events at East Denver ever, right? I think we need to have something similar to that for Intense. I don't know if it's going to be as big as ZK Day, but one of the things that we're planning on doing, and I'd love if you're going to East Denver, let me know, let Ozzy know, let Monza know, because we'd love to have you guys there. But I want to basically do the same thing. We're planning to do an Intense Day for East Denver, right? Just to educate, because I think Intense is getting to that tipping point, right? Where we're getting enough mind share and enough ground. Hey, it's Mr. Potato. So, dude, I'm so excited to meet you. I've heard so much about you. And I love that you're in the White House. It's fucking awesome.
Did you know that throwing your pizza on the floor actually?
And so I think that's the kind of stuff we have to be doing. Again, creating like that base awareness of intents and educating the larger ecosystem. And when I say larger ecosystem, I mean crypto as a whole, not near, right? But the larger, ecosystem as a whole, all of crypto on the value of intents, right?
So just a quick thing on intents. One of the really cool things that I wouldn't have necessarily expected has been the adoption from the Zcash community, right? And that's, I think, played a major role in the interest in opticals that we have today. I'm curious if that has spurred any insights that might be applied beyond Zcash and to other ecosystems or maybe underserved blockchains.
Well,
just curious about
so
that.
I think, David, like Zcash, it's really easy, right, dude? It's like Tornado Cash, right? It's the ultimate Tornado Cash. That's why everyone wanted it. Like, and also don't forget, like, Wormhole's been trying to build that bridge forever, right? Like, we're actually the first to actually connect. And the Zcash folks are super happy. Like, they love us, right? They're like, because again, they've been sort of, on this like alone island, right, by themselves for years, and now they're actually connected to the rest of crypto through intents, right? And so they're super excited. And again, not giving too much away, but we're talking to lots and lots and lots and lots of other tokens and trying to figure out who are the best suited, right? Because there are other tokens like Zcash that have interesting qualities, I'll say, right? And so we're trying to have those kinds of conversations because, again, I think that's really what gives intents the true value, right? Is giving that access to stuff that just hasn't had access before, right? And so that is definitely top of mind for the intents team on the things that they're working on, thinking about, right? So
last question before you have to leave, Chris. How serious is Ilya about AI?
You know the answer to this question.
Yeah, but tell everybody just to kind of give everyone a picture of it, because I think people sometimes think like, oh, AI on Near, like it's a trend.
No,
it's bad.
no.
How serious is Ilya?
Ilya is an LLM. Like he is 100%. Like it is like I wouldn't have joined if Ilya wasn't as serious about AI as he is. I would not have joined Near. Like 1,000%. Like the only reason I joined Near is because of the AI piece of it, right? Because I do think like I love crypto and I love AI, right? And it's the only L1 where you're having that true convergence actually happening, right? In any meaningful way, right? So, and that's why I'm here. Like to be totally honest, like and transparent, like I'm here because I think Near has the ability to actually do something that no one else can, and like just like full like. Everyone at the foundation's aware of this, and even Ilya, I told him about it. Like I started my own AI startup with some buddies of mine like a year and a half ago, just for fun, like just to understand the technology better when GPT first launched. Because I was like, holy shit, like we got to understand this in a really, really, really smart, fundamental way. And so my buddies and I, we just started our own AI company just for fun, right? And built a really shitty platform that did not work very well and didn't go anywhere. But it's okay. Like it was about learning, right, and understanding the technology, right? And so I already saw as we were like building this application, right? I was like, holy shit, like all of the fundamental values of Web3, like tokenization and blockchain are actually really crucial and important for what's happening with AI. And actually AI can really leverage it. And I actually think a lot of the promises of Web3 can actually only really come true with actually AI. And so it's actually going to be that convergence. And I think everyone here sees it and right knows it, right? Like, we're going to wake up, I don't know if it's in a year or 3 years, but the way we know the internet today is no longer going to exist. And I look, it just like, it's a real white beard. Like I'm actually really old. And so like I started, when I was in high school, I was doing like BBSs, like Mac BBSs with my buddies, like on 14.4 modems, right? So like I've seen like internet change since the beginning. And every time we've gone through like that big, like, basically transition period for the internet, like I've been there and seen it. Right. And so again, like we're going to go through that again. I can taste it. Right. And I'm hoping I'll survive this one. Right. I don't know if I'll make it to the next one. You guys all will, because you're much younger than me. But like, it's really cool to like actually watching. And it's funny too, because we actually like back I started like my first web company actually when Mosaic launched, which was the first web browser, right? And we literally started talking about like a lot of stuff that's true today, right? From streaming video to basically doing what we're doing right now. This was a concept actually. And we also talked about AI, right? And like how AI was going to basically be controlling the experiences that we have, right? But it was purely concept. And the ability to like the fact that I'm actually seeing it happen in my lifetime is like super fucking cool. But like literally, like we did literally one of the first time actually like web streaming was done by a company called Senset, which is a company I started with some friends. And we actually did a live concert from a club in New York, from a party called Squeezebox, right? And we actually streamed it basically using a T1, which was a big deal at the time, from live. And it was basically static GIFs that we were actually using. We used JavaScript to actually push out across the internet. And the sound quality was so bad, it was like, you could barely hear it. But so many people tuned in to watch it, we actually crashed the internet on the East Coast of the United States. This was in the early 90s. So some of you may not even been born yet. But yeah, it was some pretty crazy shit. We actually ran Ethernet cable from the club to our office over a city block of New York City, and we suspended it over the air illegally so we could actually do that broadcast. So it was some pretty like cypherpunk shit back in the early days. So yeah, so there's some cool stuff coming. And I really do believe that, Near is going to be a center spoke to that whole new transition phase that we're going through. So yeah, anything else?
I want to understand like how much of a mandate you have to help ecosystem teams with their marketing. Like is your mandate just like near core team projects itself, or do you also help like ecosystem teams?
I mean, we want to help everyone, right? But we can't like give equal love to everybody, right? We're a small team. Like there's not a ton of us. So again, what I would say is like reach out, right? So Monza joined specifically to help and focus on the ecosystem. And, I learned from a bunch of OG people that he's a real OG and he's like the right guy to bring in actually, because I'm definitely not an OG person for Near at all. Right. And so I would say like anything that you need help with, just reach out to myself or Monza, let us know what it is. And then we'll be really transparent about how much love we can give you. Like if you want us to like I'm always happy to amplify anything, right? So if you need us to like reshare, retweet, I'm also happy to give strategy and thinking, right? As far as coming with budget, we have a limited amount of budget. So again, we'll have to like assess that. So I can't promise that, but happy to have a conversation and actually vet it and talk about it, right? And see if it makes sense and how much we can actually do. Is that a fair answer?
Yeah, I guess because I just sort of have some bags of some teams, and I'd like to see if they were helped out more. But I wasn't sure of what the path was. Like Ria, for example, like what should their strategy be, as an example?
Well, Ria's been pinging me nonstop, and I know Monza's talking with them right now, actually. So I also think Ria's doing the right thing, right? They're building on intents, right? So that's actually what really matters. And we've given them some love. I mean, we have definitely not ignored them as a team, even since I've been here.
Yeah, they're shipping. They're working hard.
Yeah, and they have, I mean, Escobar, right? So he's crazy. He's working so hard. And with the digital asset treasury, I think there's a lot of interesting opportunities for funds on chain through that. And I think Rhea will be a major benefactor of a lot of that liquidity.
Yeah, I think they have quite a lot of new products. Like these vaults are quite interesting. I just don't know how they would distribute this more. But if the rest of crypto were aware and were using those vaults, I think these are quite actually better vaults than I've seen on other chains. It's just that there's not, you do need liquidity. There needs to be more users with money to put on chain for all of this to work. But the infrastructure seems to already be there.
Yeah, and the cool thing, I mean, I'm not sure about, I think this does have a lot of value accrual to Rhea, but with vaults and near intents, right, you can start to look for the best yields across lending protocols or whatever DeFi application across any protocol on any chain. And when you have kind of the bigger, well pronounced protocols like Aave or Morpho that have been around that have billions in TVL, when you can start to let users get their exposure to those platforms that they're used to, and then also start looping in Rhea, which is going to have probably higher yields on average and make it equally accessible. I think that there's a lot of good things that happen to Rhea through that. And that's kind of what I see the vault strategy doing for Rhea.
Good stuff. Chris, thank you for popping in for these 20
Yeah,
minutes.
it was nice to meet everybody.
Fun for people to get a feel for your vision, and I think people liked it. So, or they'll tell us later on in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, just tell me. I can take criticism.
Sounds good.
They'll fling shit at me on X anyway, so. Thanks, everybody. It was nice meeting you. Sorry I have to jump, but thanks, everybody.
Take care, man.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. I actually miss everything because I was trying to be cool and be outside, like beer time outside. Nothing worked. Now I'm inside. I think we're all dumb to be inside, not see the sunlight, just be inside the house on the computer. But now it's working.
All right. So we're going to have capacity here when Mr. joins. You guys got to ping him in the chat and tell him to jump on because he said he's going to jump on in like 5 minutes. Until then, I know Delir, you came on to tell us a little bit about what's happening on Consumer-Fi, and until Mr. joins, probably a good time to do that. If you want to chat.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. So we've been building Consumer-Fi for a while now. I would say I've been on the team, core team, since the early kind of beginning of this year, beginning of 2025. But you guys probably are pretty familiar with Playember, who has been in the Near ecosystem just about as long as I have, which is, many years now. And so Playember is kind of a contributor or a member of the Consumer-Fi protocol. But I think what Consumer-Fi is doing is taking a lot of the technologies that Near has and making them more consumer friendly, right? We have Near Intense and Near AI as the two primary technologies there that we're using and trying to build the consumer layer for, specifically the consumer layer for user-owned intelligence and execution. And yeah, we want to help people maximize their profitability through personalization. How do you do this? You're kind of taking all of the scattered data points of your life online and building a vault with it. We call it your digital DNA. That vault lives in a knowledge graph, and Near AI is then interfacing with the vault. And what that enables is completely private intelligence that can then help you have better execution for whatever you want to do. So for instance, if I have my consumer graph, my knowledge graph with all of my things that I do online, all of my crypto wallets, my social media presence, whatever I want to share from my web activity, I can start to use that information to automate things, make things. I can have an easier experience with DeFi. I can say, hey, I want to deposit $1,000, and I want you to use my history to make informed decisions for me, whether that's going to be trades, whether that's going to be high risk DeFi, low risk DeFi. It can build that portfolio for you and then execute on it. As far as like the technology goes, I think one of the cool things that we've done to make like the technology that Near is building a bit easier and consumer friendly is really leading the charge on integrating Privy account abstraction. So if you've developed with Near Intense, you've probably noticed some challenges along the way, but we're looking at it as how can we eliminate those challenges and make it easy for someone that either isn't familiar with crypto at all. That's kind of a lot of our users are in that realm. Or if you are a crypto user, but you have no idea what Near is, making it easy for those people to use these technologies as well. So you sign in with your email, you sign in with your social login or whatever, and then you're funding your account with a bank account with from Coinbase, wherever. And with that, you're just kind of connecting your accounts, earning with your intelligence and doing things in a more intelligent manner.
So does anyone have any questions on that about what's going on? You guys are here to talk, so someone better have a question, or we're going to leave people and flip the script of people on here. Anybody? Or you got to take a sip if you're not going to ask a question.
I got my Powerade.
All right, and so I guess Dillier, in terms of the details of it, you guys are going to launch on Calyx. Is that right? Coming up?
Yeah, we have a community sale lined up on Calyx that's going to open up next week on Thursday, the 13th.
Hey, I got a question. So for the Privy integration, are you using any of the credits that are made available through Near Builders? Like, I worked on the
Privy
integration.
credits? So we could be
Yeah, I
saving
got-
money? No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. I wasn't aware of that. But
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Happy we're here. We have credits for you. Or, I mean, we paid for them, so we should have credits for you. So, Michael, Esther, I think Shai's looped in on this. Can you please ensure Dealer gets some Privy credits?
Cool. Yeah, and I think people are like really familiar with Privy from the easy login. Log in with X or whatever, log in with email. But what we're more focused on is the account abstraction element. And so that is delegated permissions. So when you're doing things on Near Intense right now, it's like, okay, I want to swap some Near for Zcash or Sol for Near, whatever. But it kind of stops there. We want to enable fully automated transactions. So for instance, like a vault strategy, you can just deposit 1,000 USDC, and then you provide a few permissions. Like, I want you to deposit into Ray lending, and I want you to auto compound whenever the yield hits $5. And then you have like 2 different transaction types that are being automated. And that's, I think, the really cool part of Privy and account abstraction that people might not be aware of. It's that non-custodial automation.
No, Privy's
AGT,
amazing.
can you hear us, AGT?
Why is no one drinking beer though? That's the actual question we need to ask. I see Jay is the only one doing it.
It's only
It
11.
is 7:30 for me though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's
so,
a bit early.
Jay was
Okay.
matching a Guinness, was it?
I could run.
Yeah, I've run out. So
I'm
I
drinking
didn't get
coffee, it's
Guinness,
almost
but
the
I got
same thing.
I got La Trappe. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try it.
Does anybody
Okay.
here have a real job? It's 2:00. Are you guys drinking? What's going on here?
It's
I'm
8,
in the wrong
bro. Come
blockchain.
on, bro. It's 8. Well, to me it is.
Yeah, it's
Does Celsius count?
Delia, is that a Coors
Crack
Light?
cooking?
Yeah, I grabbed a brewski.
Oh,
it's-
dude, I'm bullish now. Consumer Fi now.
I got to get a new one. This one's already been opened and sitting in my fridge for God knows how long. So I'll
Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to
Cheers.
Kang as well. And
And if you're in
Cameron is in San Francisco. He's probably drinking a zero alcoholic beer.
It's actually liquid fentanyl. Is what it is.
Or that.
Yeah.
all right, guys, Mr. is here. So for those of you who, let me add Mr. in. All right.
where's AGT?
Pat, I'm gonna drop you. AGT's here, but we got to make room for Mr. here. So give me 1 second.
damn Near's really cruising right now.
Yeah, I just checked it out. 37% in a day. That's fantastic. And then Zcash has been like 30% a day for weeks
Yeah.
on weeks. It's bonkers.
I don't have enough Zcash.
All right.
I have
folks.
more like random shit coins than I do Zcash, and it's kind of annoying because like I had the opportunity to swap them. Through
Hey, who's
Intense.
got the buzzing going on in the background? Someone's buzzing.
Everyone, yeah.
well, it's buzzing with
Hello,
Mr.
hello.
Whoever just
Maybe it's pool party, so it's okay. Sorry for buzzing.
What'd you bring, Mister?
I bring red wine.
classy.
It's I just took the glass from Hot Chick. That's all.
Looks like some Franzia.
So good. Good
Right,
evening,
so-
everybody.
Yeah, good evening. Chat, do you guys have any questions for Mister or for anyone on? Mister's already getting compliments. Jumped on 2 minutes
Okay.
ago. Look at that.
So hello, guys. First of all, I'm really happy that we can launch something like this I don't think that will be like a weekly call, but like if we will launch something like this for 2 times per month, it will be awesome, because it's how real community can communicate. It's not just a buzzing inside the like Telegram chats, or just like bullshit inside a lot of like shit posting inside Twitter and all of these things, but real communication, like with video, with all of these things, it's awesome, because it's like I can look into your eyes, I can see, I yes, I can check, did you buy some Nier today or something like this. I can check strong balls only for dudes, only for dudes. So guys, I'm really happy. So we are here, and it's really good that Nier is pumping. You have like a smiles on your faces, not just like a you was crying for like a last 3 years. Now it's like time to pump the price and get some profit.
That's right.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
They don't have beers.
That guy's got close.
It's like Virgin Coca-Cola and something like this.
It's also 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m. on a Friday.
11 a.m. At 11 a.m. I was drunk today. It's like now I'm okay because I was sleeping for 2 hours. Yes, it's like
at the pool party. Why'd you wake up so early? You know,
it's like because it's like I have to drink more.
So,
okay, guys, what?
Yeah, I think maybe on the community side, a lot of us have been here for a very long time, and we've seen a lot of peaks and pretty deep valleys. But when I'm curious, maybe what we can do to continue to build and bolster the community. What are some of the things that Nier Legion has been dialed in on, and how can the ecosystem come together better and keep improving things?
You want to take that, Yuri, or anyone have?
It's about Nier Legion. It's on your side, Mister. It's like you are chief of the mood. It's like chief of this full stuff. It's to be honest, we for the last 2 years, Nier. It's like Nier was a blockchain without strong community. That was like a community, but it was like. To be honest, it was very toxic community. You know this. It's like it's not a secret. It's for 2 years. It was like the most toxic community I ever seen. What we discussed, it's like, hey, Nier Foundation spent money on that and that. They do spend money for this and that, and only about money. It's not about like a mood. It's not about like a vibe. It's not about all of these things, like let's build something together. It's all about like, it's all about money. I don't care about money. We will find money. It's like buy cheap, like push community, build community, and then you can sell. Like it's like for Zcash. Yes, they started from like it's Zcash. What do you think about Zcash? It's a shit coin, but this shit coin, there's a good narrative. It's like what do you know about, like what do you know about Zcash? Nobody cares. It's like about Zcash, even like
I care about Zcash. I care.
Why do you care, Cameron? Tell us.
Oh,
everyone cares.
Like privacy is a prerequisite to crypto mass adoption. Like Zcash has been pushing ZK research for such a long time, and I've been bullish for a while. I try to get Zuko to come like speak at my stuff early on. Like it's such an important piece of crypto. But you're right. Like in in crypto communities generally, people just make money together, and that's how they define community. I don't define community like that. I define communities like people who share values, people who share interests, people who like show up on time together, people who actually enjoy conversation. But like that's why in crypto, I actually don't love crypto communities, because it's more transactional. Pushback.
Yeah, I think the 2021 the NFTs really monetized community in a way that had a few years of pretty long-lasting negative impacts.
What do you think about like a shielded Zcash? How much Zcash already shielded by retail users? What do you think about this?
Oh, it's a tiny percent because they don't understand it's not easy to do, and also like there's not a ton of utility in a asset to be used for payments if it's not stable. So but people
users,
have the option to have.
Maybe if we could go over high level, like what it means for like shielded payments versus standard, and why Zcash is a bit interesting in that regard with kind of the optional privacy element.
I will tell you why it's important. Because some shitty guys already can I tell you this? Yes, I can. Some of like a big dudes, they already have a huge amount of Zcash. They can shield it, and nobody will know how much Zcash do they really have. So this is the main thing. It's like you can shield your tokens. Nobody knows how much tokens do they really have on this market, and you can pump any shitcoin using this system. It's like this is how it works.
Sounds like freedom to me.
Yeah, I think that's good. And also
absolutely
it's not too much different from like a transparent blockchain either, right? I mean, there's plenty of obfuscation techniques that people can and do employ. I think the opportunity for privacy has so many important use cases. So yeah, I think it's good that people have the ability to like protect what they own and not show that to the world.
What I do really like from Zcash, it's like a simple wording. It's like privacy. It's like private Bitcoin. It's like that's all. It's like it's a good narrative for community. It's really easy to understand. I really want this easy to understand narrative for Near, because how to compete this? What it's like they Zcash already compete with Bitcoin because it's like it's a hedge for Bitcoin. Let's talk about Near. How to create this easy narrative for Near, because Near is AI blockchain with intents and a lot of shit inside. This is how it sounds for me. But for users they don't understand intents at all. What is intents? They don't know.
I don't think they have to. I don't think they have to. If they are using intents, it generates volume, generates fees. Those fees are used to burn Near, and Near becomes a deflationary asset with real businesses building on top of it that drive real world value, that change people's lives and make the world better, and everything, supply comes down.
Yeah,
you have a 10 seconds to explain Trump why he has to buy Near. It's like this is a private Bitcoin.
Mr. Trump, do you want Sam Altman to see every single American's prompts and all of their personal chats and everything, or do you think that AI should be owned by the individual? When superintelligence come to exist, we either have the option to fight against it or embed ourselves in it.
I think the administration would. I think they like the idea of Sam Altman seeing all of our prompts, but the average person and the business might feel otherwise.
Yeah, it's like, what about like a private Bitcoin? It's what person. It's like what they really do care about. For Near, it's let's find the good narrative for Near. It's like we want to beat Solana. It's okay. So this is our target. Like let's be on the top 5 of CoinMarketCap projects, but we need this narrative. Do you see what Mert do for what he is doing? He is trying to steal our narrative. He's trying to steal intense narrative. He's trying to tell for Solana community and for all community that Solana is the marketplace for everything. And at this moment, Solana use Near Intense. They don't have their own technology, but they want to steal our narrative about Intense. That for now, Near is the best platform to buy and sell everything, any asset. It's like Binance 2.0. It's like super secret Binance 2.0.
Besides
I like
Mert, who else should tell that story to get it out to everybody? Like, is it CZ? Is it the big VCs? Is it these KOLs? Like, who is it?
Naval, Hasib, and Mert. They are working together.
Okay. Who else? Like, to really tell the story of Bitcoin digital gold, would it be Michael Saylor? Would it be if go even bigger?
Would it be like
Jamie Dimon?
Yeah. You don't need those figureheads, right? I mean, if you look at Zcash, they had their community, they had a consistent founding team, that had a consistent mission, and that was picked up on by people like Mert. So I think it's the same the same logic applies to Near. You have a narrative that the community is aligned with, and you have those bigger people that are picking up on it. Hasib and Ilya and Mert even, and you just kind of let the community push the shared consistent narrative, and other people pick up on it if and when they deem it's viable and worth talking about and worth using.
Yeah, and we need one narrative for all of us. So we have to push one strong message to community, not like a different a lot of different messages.
Yes. So, Mr. Is your narrative here is Binance 2.0? Is that your 10-second pitch?
For me, it's like
not bad. It's not bad.
Yes. Binance 2.0.
Private AI.
I really.
Yeah.
You guys, I want to hear reactions. Half the people think it's bullshit. Half the people are drinking the Kool-Aid, and private money, private AI. What do we think about private AI?
I like the idea of private AI, but it's really hard to explain why the Near token will go up with Near AI, private AI narrative. But I really do like this idea. I really do like it. And if you will ask me, let's launch the new startup on Silicon Valley about AI, and this will be like a private AI. Okay, let's raise $1 billion. But how to explain? Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes all the token conversation bothers me because I think it's so short-term vision. I like to explain, for example, a friend of mine that works in oil and gas, super old Web2 industry, and they use Copilot, and they take all the information they save. And I need to explain what is the difference. It's private because legally they say they will not share your information with anyone, but they can be hacked. So information is not private. And then I explain what Near's doing. So I'm more interested in having conversation, explaining things for these people, and I think they understand what we're doing. If everything's about if the token are going up and down, I think we ended up building stuff that has no actual impact, changing people's life and day to day, and it's just about is the token pumping or not. So this is my.
Esther, you might want to check your mic.
Oh really?
Someone's mic is bumping here.
It's not mine.
Yeah, someone's pretty bad.
I will mute it myself to see if it's mine.
I think that might be near Max. There we go.
What one thing that might.
Oh God.
We good now?
No.
Who is that? It's pretty gnarly. But one thing that might help people start caring about private AI more is the fact that if you have a decent startup. I think there's someone has
Let's mute. Okay.
We're good now. Test. Okay, but if you have a successful startup, then OpenAI just copies your startup and makes it their own like offering. So maybe if like startup companies started to care more about not being replaced in 12 months if they're successful, private AI could start to be pretty valuable for like actual builders. The use case and reason why it's valuable for like the average user is pretty apparent, although society has proven so far that they don't like care about privacy as much as they should. But I think there is a case for not having your startup stolen by the people that you're using for compute.
Oh yeah.
I will tell you like one more thing. I think
You're good.
now
Yuri.
it's okay.
Yeah, you're
okay.
good.
Now it's okay. So I will tell you about Jumbo, and I will tell you about Near and about all of these things. Like all founders of all projects, crypto projects, they have to like fix one big problem. It's how to find liquidity and how to find like strong holders for their projects. And for Ilya, it's one big problem. It's how to find liquidity, explaining Near AI. So it's a good narrative. It's a perfect like I think we will find like a product market fit for Near AI. But they asked Ilya one thing. It's like, what about Near token? This is really hard to find like liquidity for Near with this narrative. It's like with Intents, it's easy to find. It's like Haseeb, Naval, and all of that guys. They just put eyes on all tweets and tweet about like, hey, this Ilya just generated like a 5 mil fees on Intents, and he will buy Near from the market using all of that fees. And it's easy to understand. But what's about AI? How this AI things will bring value to Near? Why I should buy more Near? For now, I have like a very big long position on Near. I will be rich, and maybe I will not come to next call, but for now, let's find the exit liquidity for my long position.
Digital asset.
Yeah.
I'm so badly.
What's that, Michael?
I've never had bad lag. I don't understand how that works. We've done dozens of streams with Mert, with everybody with lag.
I blame Mr. Potato, actually. No, I'm joking. So
Mr. Potato, just mute you.
Yeah, it's definitely Mr. Potato's fault. No. So how does Near AI make Near token go up? Well, Near AI needs to make money. Step 1. With money, buy Near, burn it.
The problem is like the AI model doesn't really make money at the higher levels, right? Like OpenAI is burning. Yes, they make a lot of money, but they also spend a lot more.
Yeah. So we gotta make money, raise money, spend money, make money, burn Near, make money, burn money, spend money.
Let's start from make money.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, and that's what's happening. So I can't say too much about it, but yes, that is the goal is to make money.
I think your mic is the scuffed one.
But the good thing about Intents is it is a bit independent of like AI. It's a very important thing for like all facets of Web3 and a multi-chain world, and like neobanks and just like finance as a whole. So it has a really important role for like AI and agentic stuff, but it's also just like a really important liquidity layer.
All right, let me just remove you real quick, Delir, to see if it's your mic. All right, let's chat a bit more. Maybe we're spoofed or something. I don't know. I don't get it. Too many people on the stream.
Can it still be me? Maybe I can. It's fine. I can watch you guys from the.
Right,
was it fine? Was it fine when I was off?
Yeah.
I'm interested in this community piece. Like, what about it's? Yeah, I don't know. I think we just continue to send it.
Was it peak?
I don't know. So, what is community? Like, to me, it's like my community, like outside of crypto, are like my friends and like people who I work with, and like people who I go to yoga. I'm a part of the yoga community because we share similar values. Like, well, I think we should start with values, not, hey, let's all make money together. I have no idea who you are. It was Mr. I had a feeling. How do we start with the values? Like, what is the why? And also, I don't think a lot of these like values always translates to dollars until you get enough people who care about those values, like Bitcoin did in the libertarian community. And you know, up in the there's a big like concept like a conference every year in up in like New Hampshire where it's all the hardcore libertarians in the United States gathering. Like that's where they build their initial base, and then that is sort of what passed it over to like more applications started built. Silk Road happened, like all this stuff happened that later led to adoption. So like, why not start with those values? Like, what are those values? Like, do we all, even in this call, share those same values? To me, it's privacy, open web, user-owned money, automate the government. Like, my goal is to automate the government, deep down. Like, I want to get rid of the back office of governments around the world. It's where all the corruption lies. It's where, you know, like we all just need a database to validate ownership. That database shouldn't be owned by anybody. It's just like kind of hard to talk about to everyday people. So I don't know if those are my values, but that's just what I want. But like, curious what everyone else thinks.
What do you think about, Cameron, the position that you need to get your vision and identity defined before you can build community around it?
I think it's defined. It's just complex.
I think you're reading too much Don Quixote, bro.
Dude, I read Don Quixote in like 3rd grade. I haven't read Don Quixote in Spanish. I don't know.
No way in hell you read that book in 3rd grade.
Yeah,
I mean, you're a pretty
like
smart dude. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But regardless, yeah, that's my end goal. Like, I want to automate governments.
Look, you got to realize communities in crypto are very superfluous. The speculation is what drives the connection and incentivization. So we're far from that vision. I think at some point, but right now, you know, our share win is based on green or red, those two colors. So it's very dualistic. So I think the roots of the community are still, like I said, the foundation is built in sand. So we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, maybe, and I think there's a lot of synergy between, you know, the Zcash privacy narrative and the community behind it, and you know the goals that Near has with Near AI. But for the most part, I would say, yeah, the broader Web3 participant is they care about gambling and number go up. So there's a bit of challenge and nuance to getting those kind of people into anything when the numbers aren't going up. But good thing is Near is going up right now, so maybe some of those folks will start to come on over. And then like the broader AI domain, those people in general probably have their own thoughts about like crypto, and so that cohort has its own challenges too to bring over and start building community with.
All right, we
They
got
also
Mr.
don't care about community. Sorry, go ahead.
No, finish your thought. I just want to announce you
Yeah,
got
like maybe like I have a weird perception on community. Like I watch Netflix. I use an app like iPhone. I do not consider myself part of the Netflix community. I do not consider myself part of the Apple community. I just use the fucking iPhone because it makes my life fast, like better. Like I think community is an excuse in crypto when there's not real utility for the asset that is powering the thing. Like
that's true, but also there are like Apple communities. There is Netflix community. Like go on Reddit. Every single
builder communities.
has
maybe not.
Same with open source. I mean, open source is completely community driven at all facets. So I think it is.
What do you mean about community? It's like then I use iPhone. I'm not a part of I don't own Apple stocks. But if I use Apple stocks, I'm a part of community of Robinhood, for example. Inside.
When you buy stocks, it's because the product is good. It's like what Cameron was coming from. People buy stocks because the product is good and a lot of people want to use it and they see the future. People will keep using it. No one buys stocks because the community is super cool or they do this and that. It's about the good product, a good service.
What do you think about NVIDIA? Are they products good, or we even don't use that products ourselves? But the stocks is the top one on the world, top number one.
You use the product. You use NVIDIA products all the time. They're pretty fucking good, man. They're pretty impressive. They're like I'm an impressed and happy NVIDIA consumer, and it's just under
what do you use from NVIDIA?
Oh, it's on
use
AI every day. Like
no, it's not. It's not a product of NVIDIA. It's not a product of NVIDIA.
It's built using NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about this.
I mean,
nobody.
People don't need to care. It's the backbone of things. People, they're building with AI intelligence. They know about NVIDIA. The user, my dad, that is using ChatGPT to know what is going on, whatever, in the football. They don't need to understand NVIDIA. They don't need to understand DCML. They don't need to understand NEAR. They don't need to understand. Maybe in the future, my dad will use NEAR private chat AI, not because he understands all the how things work on the background of things, but just because he don't want his stuff being the information used by the medical industry.
Absolutely. But we just discussed that users buy stocks because they like products. Users don't care about NVIDIA products. They don't use it. Almost nobody of that users, but they buy a lot of stocks.
Well,
from NVIDIA.
Everyone that has a gaming PC knows NVIDIA. So even before 2023, when ChatGPT was released, NVIDIA was still front of mind for any tech person. But regardless, I get the point for sure.
Let's be honest.
Just going to say, when you're also talking about buying stock, some people will just follow stock influencers, and the influencers are they're basing their purchase in good product and people using it. So even if you buy a stock and you're not using the product, it's because of the product. It's because of the quality of the product.
GameStop. Okay, let's
tell
talk
me
about
one.
GameStop.
Tell me one good stock then that is no at all good product involved.
GameStop. It's like what product do they have? GameStop, no product. They just have community, a strongest community ever. That's all. No product.
They had a product when I was a kid, and I would show
Yes.
up to the GameStop store and want to buy the new, get a what is it, you pre-purchase a game because it's going to run out, and so you build community with people in the line as you wait
Community.
for the game.
Community is the key, not the product. Community is the key.
It's not community, dude. It's not community at all. It's insider trading.
community.
It's
combination.
It's community. Even if community don't talk to each other, it's a community, because they know about GameStop. They know about that games. Even if they don't talk to each other, it's also community.
I think what Michael is going to say is the combination. For us, it's actually true that will be the combination because we have a token involved. So NVIDIA don't have a token, OpenAI don't have a token, because we do have a token and crypto has communities around it. For us, will be the combination, I would suppose.
The only thing I would add is that a lot of these, plans for GameStop or for NVIDIA or for crypto, it's all about winning the future narrative with the people who care about your token or your product today. And so it's about crafting a vision for the future that gets people to buy in. I think GameStop is a good example of people who bought in because of the future narrative. No one cared about it, but then when a lot of people said we're going to do stuff with it, they started to care about it. And I think that's kind of the balance we need to craft between a community that's sitting still and just talking, and a community that's getting hyped and excited about the future. And I think for Near, there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the future. And it's our job to tell people why that's going to happen and why you should join Near and be excited about the future together. Mister's typing.
And the entire altcoin market has been total buns this cycle too. So that's a headwind, tailwind that any coin that's not Bitcoin has faced. So I think that's a new challenge that like the crypto participant wasn't like expecting.
Yeah. Whoever's typing when they're not talking, please mute yourself.
That's Mister.
No.
Sure, can you hear us?
I was muted.
Okay. Okay. The big mystery. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just skeptical. Like the whole like community in GameStop, like if you go on Reddit, it's a trading community to coordinate to pump the price of Reddit to, liquidate the shorts to the Wall Street short sellers. Like it's all about coordinating capital. It's not about community. It's about making money together. Like the real community are people getting together in some like random ass forest in New Hampshire to talk about libertarian values. Like that's community.
No, it's not a community.
What the fuck is a community? Like,
okay, let's talk about.
Yeah, like wait, real quick. Like people in different communities get together for different reasons. Like, Mister, you and I probably grew up in different societies. Your definition of community might be different than my definition of community, and so like,
absolutely,
your community might just be like, hey, we make money together, like brother. Like my, but it's not. It might not be the same. So we're trying to build community across the world, and that's weird.
I'm from small European country. It's
Yeah,
like
but
what
in
we
order
have
to
here.
do that, Cameron, you need unity and you need attention. And even though we're saying we're trying to aim for that, we don't have that right now. So we have to play the game right now, and then fundamentals will kick in. So until that happens, we can't be too idealistic.
How do you playing the game is a tough one though, right? Like what does that entail at the scale of your protocol as a coin?
Delir, you know as well as me, you've been around for 4 years, and we just have been playing the narrative. It's not sticky. We consider ourselves apart from it, but yet we've not been able to attract the attention. So I think you got to play the game. A couple years ago was NFTs and then meme coins, and we never had really the initial fake liquidity to gain the attention. So I think you got to kind of adjust to the current narrative and then slowly, subliminally introduce your fundamental, piece. And I think that's where we failed.
So that's an interesting. I totally agree, but also like I think one of the missteps has been, and like the criticisms people have about Near is the chameleon effect, right? Like all the nature of crypto is narratives come and go on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And, maybe you don't really know which narratives are going to stick, which are going to stay. And Near has certain technologies that can be applied to like just about any narrative. And so when we would attempt to capitalize on the current narrative with the technologies that had always been hard and fast a part of the core mission of user-owned AI, that wasn't received well. It kind of worked against us. But so I think it's kind of interesting to note that like just the very short lasting nature of narratives in crypto make it hard to play that game.
Yeah, advanced Alzheimer's is prevalent among crypto. And right now, this AI stuff, we can't really bite our teeth into it. I mean, you're working on it, but it's going to be a hard sell, even though we're all kind of purveyors of it. So, I'm not sure, but I think is where the attention is. That's where we need to concentrate and eventually kind of, pointing the way towards Near. And that's where we failed, at least. It looks like right now with the Zcash pump, I think we're having kind of dragging us up, melting us up. So it's a good association. And I'm glad we jumped into that kind of privacy and we kind of own it now. So I think we need to just double down on that.
All right, back to the real conversation. Wait and See says, let's move on, guys. Institutions are knocking on the doors and no definition of community here. Let's go. So next topic.
Digital asset treasury. Is that a topic for today? I want to learn. I want to know more about that.
Yeah, we should honestly try to get.
Let's hear it, bud.
I gotta go. I'm actually 5 minutes late to a thing. That
give us your final take. Give us your final take, Cameron.
I don't have a final take on that, to be totally honest. The world needs more compute. They need people. Certain places in the world need that compute. It's hard to actually get that hardware. You need a shit ton of money to get that hardware to actually compete. And how do you buy that hardware with Near, provide people a service that they will actually pay money for via that hardware, and use that profit to buy Near, buy more hardware, or rent hardware, and scale AI. Right now, everyone's using ChatGPT and all these things. It's mostly like text. What happens in the world when people want to start generating like entire feature-length movies, or it's going to require so much more compute, like more compute than anyone has, like energy grids can even provide. So like every tech company has been pretty much pivoting to become like a utility company, like an energy company. Microsoft just struck like a huge deal. I forgot exactly the name of the energy company, and that stock went up I think it was like 12x in the last 6 months.
But connect it to Near. Most people are sitting there saying, yeah, so are you saying Near is going to make a hardware play?
I don't know. I'm here to sell private inference. That's my goal. I need to drive revenue. But yeah, I'm not here to speculate on that.
Okay. All right. Well, good inputs, Cameron. We appreciate it. And thanks for popping in.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Keep it up. See
you guys on the next ones. We can keep going. Does anyone in the chat have some questions? We could do Q&A for everyone here. You can ask whatever you want. Wait and see game. Cameron, too bad you missed this. You can look like a human, but think like a ship. This is the mindset of Cameron, and I like that. Right on, wait and see game. We can do Q&A here. Anyone have questions for anyone up here on J1, on Legion, on partnerships dropping, on people you want to talk to next time in the Near ecosystem? Anything on those fronts? Open question. Will Mr. go to NearCon?
Nope. Nope. I think I should go to Solana. It's like I forgot. Solana.
Breakpoint.
No, it's like Solana shit conference. It's like not a breakpoint. Small shitty conference. It's like Solana. Next week, it's like we will send all NFTs to G1 racers, and we will start from G1 games. Also, I will tell you like a more. Oh, okay. It's like now I have like a more time. If someone wants to sell Jumbo OTC, just send me like a message inside the group, and I will buy all your Jumbo with current price with no slippage. Thank you.
That's a public service announcement to send it to Mr. Good question here. When local offices? So if you're not aware, there is an office in Lisbon called The Nest that's already open. Super nice. It's got like workstations. Ilya works out of there a lot. I'm not sure how open it is if you're based in Lisbon, but it will be more open in the future. So definitely keep that on your radar. The same goes for the SF office. If you're in San Francisco area, there's a pretty big Near office there that people from the ecosystem peruse to work in. Part of our event strategy for the next year is to identify the places in the world that merit the best investment for building physical Near presences. And that will involve likely physical co-working space and physical activations in those areas that we choose. So ideally next year at this time, we will have 4 or 5 global offices for people of the ecosystem to come co-work in around the world. We don't have those places selected, but we've taken a close look at places like Nigeria, places like in Belarus, places in Central America, in the US, etc. So if you want a local office where you're based, then come into the Legion chat and tell us so that we know when we make this decision.
And if you want like to go to office in Kiev, my strip club open for you 24 hours per day. So you can
All
join
right.
and work here.
All right. We got a shout out for how do you pronounce it, Mister?
Which country?
This one on the chat in Belarus.
In Belarus? No, I'm from Kiev, Ukraine. In
Belarus.
Minsk.
Minsk. All right. Yeah. So we got Minsk. I would love to see one in Minsk. And there is actually the NF office in Zug. I don't know if you couldn't find it. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to if you know.
No, it's if you reach enough. If you reach enough, you can go to office in Zug. Yes.
There you go. There you go. All right. Are you planning on putting some ad billboards in SF next to the 101 freeway? That's a question for Chris. That's a question for Chris Briseño. I'm not sure that's in their plan, but it might be. I know that there's some plans to try to attract or work with other crypto projects in the area, but I don't know the full scope. So not a bad idea. We'll refer it to Chris as well. You're still with us, or all right, got Mr. Okay. Where will the first IRL event hold? What will determine this choice? So it's not going to be just one. We are actually gearing up to try to throw 10 IRL events around the world starting in January of 2026. So we're in the process of planning it. Each event will have merch. Each event will have a small budget for food and drinks. And we're evaluating based on community presence where we're going to try to spin up these events and get the most energy and momentum to scale them consistently throughout the year. So we're going to try to hit 10 for January, move into NearCon in February, and then go big after NearCon on a bunch of places around the world. So if you want to host an event, it requires to be good at coordination, have a positive mental attitude, and show up and welcome people when they attend in your area. You can message us. We'll get you on the list. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, there's going to be base funding for the there's going to be base funding for like the first events. And then basically based on turnout and growth potential, we're going to be tactically thinking where is the best place to actually invest in, either for the demographics, the technical talent, the community engagement, etc., as we go deeper over time. So that's the plan.
Hell yeah.
There you go. An answer to the billboard question. All right. Any other questions going forward? Eco Collab calls next week. We actually have a pretty great presentation lined up. If you want to hear from Bowen, he's going to be presenting. If you want to get the latest alpha on Near Intense, Harshit's going to be presenting on that. And Sal from the DAT, the Digital Asset Treasury, is going to be kicking it off. So if you join that call, you can ask your question directly to them at the end of that presentation. Have about 30 minutes for Q&A. So should be fun. Also, I know people were asking for Legion Alphas. So I don't know if you guys saw, but we dropped the rewards in the Gitbook, and that includes supporting certain select members of Legion to come to NearCon. Now, this assumes that you'll be able to get a visa, which isn't, a guarantee, but if you're eligible, we will have support set up to host and bring certain Legion members to NearCon, access to certain events, so on and so forth. This is something that we're slowly growing over time as Legion grows. So, stay active and stick around, and we will make sure that doing missions is worth your while, and it's not just a waste of your time and energy, right? Cool. Yep, NearCon's in USA. NearCon is in San Francisco. In February, you have to be invited to join, but if you're a Legion member and you say that on your application, you're automatically approved. So make sure you've joined the Legion and the Telegram group, and you don't have to worry about that. You're just in. You can attend. Monza,
Yeah, true,
Monza.
It
Yeah.
has been a while. We gotta get another firehouse cooking. Maybe once again when we have products to showcase or something cool. Maybe we can get an intense fire hose going with some of the cool activations. We'll see. That has been in the talks, but nothing's solid yet.
Nice.
When are we getting Ping, Jay?
December. We will be launching in December. So not long. It's only the 7th of November. So towards the end of this month or December is the goal, which is pretty awesome. I'm pumped about that.
There's a question about these integrations, but first of all, people like the stream. The vibe is what we need on a daily basis. I think a daily stream would probably kill us, but we will definitely do this more often because do it for the vibes, do it for the turnaround in the Near ecosystem. I'm sure you guys are feeling it. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Is Near open to collaborations with neobanking services, fintechs? Absolutely. There is an institutional team inside of Near led by Matt Kummel, who recently joined, deep experience, tons of connections, and they're actually working with a bunch of existing institutional partners. That's all I'll say for now. But if you have an institutional partner that's looking to like launch a stable coin on Intense or integrate Intense into some financial service or integrate an AI product from Near in some way, reach out to us. We'll get you connected. We'll connect you to the institutional partners, and we'll try to solution architect something that works. Question here for ConsumerFi front. Will it be a multi-chain token eventually?
Yeah, the liquidity like at day zero is going to be Base and Near protocol. And with Intense will be available elsewhere, but those will be the primary LPs to start.
Can you give us any alpha on the launch details of ConsumerFi in terms of the FDV or what people are looking at, or is that classified?
No, it's not classified. Talked about it at the ecosystem call yesterday. Community sale on Calix, pretty small sale, but it's going to be at a 10 mil FDV, and then listing is going to be at a 40. So the first like seed round or pre-seed round for the CFI token was at like a 40. So people that get in on Calix are getting a pretty nice discount to even like the earliest investors. But yeah, that'll be the kind of the first opportunity, and should be towards the end of November. The token's live trading.
There you go. For people who said token season on Near isn't coming, well, another one's coming in a week. So see how it goes.
Hell yeah.
May the odds be in your favor. Cool, guys. We're over time. We had a good stream. Any final thoughts for everybody? And chat, any final things you want to tell people on this stream before we sign off for the weekend? We are going to answer the mailbag questions, I will say. But there was like 130 of them, so no way I can answer that in an evening. Give me the weekend. All right, please focus on X and YouTube short videos like chart analysis or video ads associated with cool sound enhancements that would attract lots of investors. Heard. That sounds great. And wait and see, are you in the Legion chat, by the way? Go if you can respond in the comments, just so we know. Will you guys clip this? Might be good for reach. Yes. And actually, if you are a video editor, we're going to be doing so much clipping in the future. We're going to need more video editors. We're going to be standing up TikTok. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of things in terms of clipping and trying to go on shorts. So if you have that skill and you want to help, we actually have some budget to work with video editors. So don't hesitate to reach out. We need a lot of video editors for how much we're clipping going forward. All right. Closing out in the chat here. Excellent to see everybody. Everyone have a great weekend. We'll do this all again real soon.
Yeah, this has been fun.